The Danger Dodgers are our injury prevention club, and they're at the Ganadigo School. And the Ganadigo School was chosen because it's central in between the three districts of the community. They're learning about how to tell stories with iPads and taking pictures. Our children have some really good ideas about what's going on in the community. Like when we start asking them about, where are the safe and unsafe places in the community, they're the ones that told us about the point where it's unsafe to jump off the tree, to go swimming. And then they told us about the ice bridge. And so they're the voices of our future generations. And so they're seeing what's going on.
It's good to see the kids engaged in what their future could look like, and it was so pleasant to see them noticing the dangers of our community. I think I like to meet with kids and to hear what they're going to say, because they have a whole different perspective of things than we do. We're sitting at a political level where we hear the concerns, but it was nice to actually see it and see their expressions and their thoughts and to engage conversation with them. When we started the first stop today, we were telling them, what do you see? Trying to get them to see. And by the second or third, they were telling us what they saw. We didn't have to reach out and try to get it out of them. They were engaging and telling, and that was quite encouraging.
There's nails on the water. There's glass.
Oh yes. No lifeguards.
No lifeguards. Yeah, that's a good.
Seeing the children with their iPads and taking pictures, and I could hear them talking just amongst themselves and talking about what one saw as a safety issue, and them discussing it. That's what this project is about.
So the purpose of this project, the Voices of Our Children and Youth in Injury Prevention, is capacity building. We're looking at capacity of the community to make it a safer community. And one of the ways that we're doing it is through this project, asking our kids, what are safe and unsafe places in the community? And so our Akwesasne Danger Dodgers, they identified areas in the Ganadigo and the Akwesasne areas in terms of what are safe and unsafe places. So this project is really long-reaching in terms of making the community a better and safe place for everybody in the community, not just children and youth, and not just the Akwesasne Danger Dodgers, but the community itself. One of the things that has been very exciting for us this year is the fact that we had some unintended outcomes almost immediately from the project. We found out that there was this student that was on one of the MB buses, and we're very proud of our student as a role model in terms of being our Akwesasne Danger Dodger and stepping in an emergency setting. There was smoke on the bus, and our student assisted the driver to evacuate the bus.
And we had an incident on School Road which caused my hoses to leak, and it looked like a fire, so we had to evacuate real quick. And so I asked, does everyone remember what we did in bus safety? And they're like, yeah. So I said, okay, my two helpers need to get our kids off the bus right away.
Yeah, she said, you remember what you're supposed to do? I said, yeah. Started from way from the back, took all the kids off. Then we went for the front, and then we went on the side of the road.
Came back out, and then we crossed over, and then they waited there. And I came and shut my bus off, and we just proceeded to wait on the side of the road away from the incident.
One of the other unintended results that we had from the Voices project for year one was that we had a community walk here in Ganadigo, and the children had identified some key areas that were unsafe areas in the village of Ganadigo, and one of them was the ice bridge, but the main one was the point by the church. And the Ottawa Citizen happened to be here. We had a videographer and we had a reporter. We went around and took pictures, and it was publicized nationally, and it was publicized on YouTube and in our own local social media. And we had the unintended wonderful surprise of somebody fixing the point. They built a new dock, and we were like, wow, we were hoping maybe next year we'd have a result, and we got a result right away. And so again, I think that's the wonderful thing about this project. And I think that, it just shows how much our children have gained from being Akwesasne Danger Dodgers, and then, the future impacts. I'm hoping to see more impacts in the community from this project. And the point was another very good example of, the community rising up and saying, okay, we're going to fix this, and they did. So we're very excited and proud of our student and of our project, because we're already seeing results, and the project isn't even done yet. So very exciting.